Today we're making salt and pepper tofu. And the ingredients that we'll be using is about 800 grams of tofu, bell peppers, so we have red and green, 1 white onion, about 4 cloves of garlic, and ginger. And we'll also be using, of course, salt and pepper. And we'll be adding some chicken powder and white sugar as well. Okay, let's start by chopping our bell peppers. Next, let's chop our onion. Next, let's chop our garlic. Okay, last is let's chop our ginger. As you go, organize them on a plate. Next, let's chop our tofu into bite-sized pieces. So about this size. Next step is preheat about 1 liter of vegetable oil. So preheat to about 350. So you'll know if you put your hand above it, if it's hot already. That's good to go. So maybe we can do it in 2 batches. So dump it in slowly. So when you start cooking, you'll see a lot of bubbles. That's because of the moisture inside the tofu. And as that evaporates, you'll see less of it. So when you see some pieces floating around like that, you can start to move the other pieces around. Okay? So they would cook evenly. There. Okay, so now you see less bubbles. So that means there's less moisture in the tofu. And depends on you how brown you want your tofu to be. But for me, this is enough. So you can get a strainer. Remove them from the oil. Then add in your next batch. Okay, second batch is done as well. So switch off the heat. Strain these. Okay, next step. In a separate pan, which is preheated, add some of the oil that you used to fry the tofu. Okay, not too much. Then saute your onions first. Lower the heat, it's a bit too hot. Okay. Then add in your garlic and your ginger. Then as you get to smell the ginger and the garlic, add in your bell peppers last. And add back your tofu. Okay. Then season with pepper. Make sure the seasoning is enough to coat each piece of the tofu. Add some salt. Not too much because you'll be adding some chicken powder later, which is also a bit salty. Okay. And touch of white sugar. A bit more. And last, add the chicken powder. So about a teaspoon. Okay. Okay. So once everything is mixed, switch off the heat. Okay, last part is let's taste. So get one piece. Check if it's well coated with the seasoning and get some of those bell peppers and onions as well. That's really good. And we're done for the day.